Good morning. So I wanted to share what I just moved through because, again, this is a journey of being authentic and being real. Um, I moved through, or I am moving through fear, right? And the fear of where am I going to go in 2 days? And it was so interesting because I caught myself reacting to the 3D situation, feeling frustrated. And what was brought up was a past scenario where I remember this so distinctly. It was the first time I didn't have money to get a place, and I was sitting at Starbucks, and I remember I kept thinking something's going to come through. So I kept putting the pressure on the 3D reality changing so that it would alleviate the feeling of, oh my God, this panic, this anxiety. So I remember sitting at the Starbucks, like rampaging against what I was truly feeling, right? And this is where it gets tricky because so much of manifestation, law of attraction, all this kind of stuff, there is this tendency to think that all I have to do is just put my focus more on the future scenario that I want, and just keep putting your focus, keep imagining, and then there's not a lot around what to do when you actually are feeling your feelings, like you're feeling the fear, you're feeling the anxiety. And so I wanted to share a couple of things, like an epiphany that I just had, which is number one, when you're feeling something and you feel like you're on the verge of tears, that is not the time to affirm and put the pressure on the external. I need this to change. I need this to change. No, like what we are meant to do is to feel our feelings, because what is being brought up to the surface is an emotional pattern that around lack and scarcity and fear, and it's being brought up to the surface so that you can move through it, because emotion is energy in motion, right? So if we just shut it down and we just go, no, I'm fine, and just affirm against, like maybe you can trick yourself into getting into a better state, maybe, but to truly be like the journey for me, it's not about the changes out there. The change is in here. The change is within. So if I'm constantly reacting to the 3D reality, not seeing what I want, then there's still more that needs to be purged within me. There's still more that is still attached, a conditional addiction, if you will. Like I'm only happy when this condition works out or this 3D reality changes to my liking. So what I'm undoing is the change is not out there that I'm looking for, it's within. So if I can, not if I can, but by letting myself feel the fear and feeling the anxiety and feeling the worry in a way where there's an intention, meaning it's sort of like, what's the word I want to say? It's sort of like you're going undercover, like let's say you're an undercover cop and you're going undercover to like this cult, right? And so the whole time you have to be convincing. You have to be in the cult. You have to go to the meetings. You have to socialize. You have to pretend, so to speak, that you're there for the real thing. Like you want to be brainwashed, all this stuff. But the intention and the truth is you're just undercover. So your willingness to allow yourself to go in, but then also know it's not real is tricky, right? It's the same kind of thing. It's a cult, right? Your mind is a cult. Your brain is a cult. It's like trying to keep you trapped in this little limitation, this little cage, if you will, of your life of like, no, you can't just trust that something's going to come through. No, it has to change out there. It can't just be this change within, and right? And so you have to move through these emotions fully with the higher understanding that it's not real. It's not real. You're moving through it to purge and to move beyond where you have gone before, right? When I was in that Starbucks and I was affirming against what I was feeling, thinking that by going on this rampage, it would help me and la, 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 la. It was fine. And the solution came, but it came in a way that it was sort of like somebody had offered their place and I dismissed it thinking, no, something better is going to show up, because I didn't want to be a burden to this person, right? And again, that was my lesson to learn. Like when somebody offers, say yes, right? But I was so conditioned to be like, no, I'll be fine. And when nothing came through and I was really in it, feeling my feelings, like, am I going to have to, like, I didn't know what I was going to do. That awareness came through, which was like, this person offered. Why aren't you saying yes? And I was like, oh God, I totally, you know what I mean? And so that was also for me to learn not to pick and choose, but to say yes, like when somebody offers, right? And it was something I needed to move through to not feel like I'm being a burden, especially for somebody that I didn't know very well or whatever it was, right? So coming back to right now, the name of the game here is to purge through where I would have stopped before. The mind wants me to frantically go online, try to find something, try to secure something, because it just wants to feel safe. But I know that response is conditional, meaning I could do that, but then I'm missing this beautiful opportunity to move through this in a new way. And this is what it means. Like, when you want to change, I'm asking to change. I'm asking to trust no matter what. I'm always carried. I'm always taken care of. Well, how am I going to learn that if I'm constantly shifting and coming from fear and panic and creating some scenario just so that I'm okay? No, like, I have to really trust. And part of it is to empty out and purge out all of the guck and the emotional crap that is telling me there is no way that you're gonna be okay. You need to find something, you need to do something. And I'm saying, no, what I need to do actually is to feel this fully. Get to a place where I'm allowing the emotion to move through me and it doesn't feel good. That's the other thing. The mind doesn't want to feel bad. It doesn't want to feel pain. But how do we grow? How do we know? We have to actually feel our pain, right? And the pain is just an indication that there's some other wound that was like pushed down and stuck down for so long. And so it hurts to bring that up. But my God, like, that's how we become free, right? That's how we become liberated, is we move through it, move past our edges, which hurt, until we break through. And it's an internal shift. It is an internal change. And so all of this to say, I think what I've learned this past however long I've been in this is that affirming against something and trying to just imagine the future where the scenario works out, it's not really what it's about. It's really, truly about letting this emotion come through, feeling that pain, feeling that feeling of hopelessness, whatever, until I break through, until I just feel free. And so letting myself purge. I think I really got caught up because I was following this whole law of attraction, manifestation stuff. I really got caught up in not reacting to the 3D reality. The thing is, it has to be authentic. Like, yes, there's a certain drama that people have. I hate when I do this, but I'm doing it, where they just keep complaining. about their reality, and then of course that keeps it there. But when you're moving through, when you're living in surrender, and it really is about an inner change and understanding that you created this world and full of like limiting beliefs, and you're trying to break free from all of that, part of the process is it's going to be really, really uncomfortable, and it's going to hurt, and that is your way through. That is the path to freedom. And so, yeah, I just wanted to share this because I really got caught up in I shouldn't react, and but the thing is, you can't trick your body. It's in your body. The emotion, the pain, the frustration, the anxiety, the hurt, the sadness, the fear, it's in your body. So you can't trick yourself, even though the mind will tell you you can. You have to feel it. I do a lot of breath work. That's how I move through a lot of this stuff, which is great because it gets the mind out of the way and I'm just able to move through the emotion of it. That's what I do. Yoga is a great thing, a great way to, anything to get you in the body, because it's in your body, and that's what's being asked to move. The energy is to move through your body. So I hope that that's helpful, and I will keep you posted. Take care, everyone.